Hi everybody, this is the Football Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion, your host, the Hut, and welcome back to the Football Hut. Hope you like this video and hit that subscribe button. Thank God the football season's over. We talk about the Giants again and talk about the NFL draft, but one of the things that happened during the Super Bowl is people got tired of Tony Romo. People got tired of listening to him for 4 or 5 hours. A lot of people wanted to throw football at the TV just to shut Tony up. But here's from Outkick.com. Ex-NFL coach would rather throw up than listen to Tony Romo. Shut up. Shut your pie hole. Shut your pie hole. In case you thought fans were the only ones annoyed by Tony Romo in the waning minutes of Sunday's Super Bowl, think again. Former Notre Dame and NFL coach Charlie Weis hopped on Sirius XM on Wednesday, grabbed Romo by the hair, dragged the inbound broadcaster straight to a locker and jammed him in there with a force of 1,000 offensive linemen. And you thought Outkick was critical of Romo. Quote, I listened to the end of the game and listened to Tony Romo ruin the moment. Just shut up and let us savor the moment. Just be quiet. Nance had already said jackpot. That should have been the end of the conversation, Weiss said. Quote, I tried to watch the game and not let the announcers ruin the game for me. There are some announcers I really enjoy listening to, but then there's announcers where if I listen, I'd rather go to the bathroom and throw up. Well, there are a lot of announcers out there like that. Sunday, that was one of the times where I preferred not to listen to announcers and watch the game. The best announcers, folks, are the guys that don't say a lot in these big moments. They shut up. They let the picture tell you what's going on. That's how the best announcers are. The fact that Tony would not shut up at the end of that game. Shut the F up. You goofball. Article continues. My God, what a beatdown. Even I wouldn't go that far. But then again, I also accused Tony Romo of ruining the end of the game for me, so I get it. In case you somehow missed it, the Chiefs beat the 49ers in dramatic fashion Sunday, scoring the game-winning touchdowns. The first overtime expired. Spoiler alert, couple things. First, Romo gave audiences perhaps the worst description of the new NFL overtime rules in the history of descriptions. That's the thing. Quote, you have to think of this as the first quarter. This is only the first quarter, then you move to the second quarter. Except the Chiefs scored right after, and then the game was over, so not great. I mean, really. What really pissed people off, including angry Charlie Weis, was Romo's instant analysis of the game-winning score. You can't do that. Again, not great. The internet, as it tends to do, exploded at Romo for ruining the moment. It's tough to argue with them. And that's coming from someone who actually thought he was pretty good for most of Sunday night. Seriously, I thought Tony Romo was decent for 74 minutes. Wasn't going to say one thing about him this week. And then the final minute happened, all hell broke loose. Oh, well, it is what it is. Nobody on the planet is happier the offseason here than Tony Romo. Time for some R&R, big guy. Chin up. I mean, really. You cannot walk over these play-by-play callers, these play-by-play announcers. You can't do that to these guys because these guys will be, these plays will live on forever. You let the announcer announce the game, you let the play-by-play announcer announce the game, and you take a step back. I know from watching baseball games and listening to Tim McCarver, Timmy was a guy that did play-by-play with the Mets for a long time and also was the analysis for the Mets for a long time and MLB. And he always said you need to know when not to say anything. That's just as important as saying things. Let the announcer announce the game. You're just the color guy. Meaning you do the analysis. Do not step on the toes of the play-by-play guy. I'll give you an example of a situation many years ago. Aaron Boone, when he played for the Yankees, had a game-winning home run that took the Yankees to the World Series in 2003 against the late Tim Wakefield in extra innings against the Red Sox in the Game 7 situation. And on the radio, Charlie Steiner, who was the play-by-play man on the radio for 2003, and he was the play-by-play man with John Sterling. Now, the chemistry between the two was not great in that whole season. But in that particular inning, And in those games where Sterling had another play-by-play guy, they shared the calls. Well, as the home run was going out of the ballpark, at some point Sterling realized he wasn't on the call. So he stepped on the call of Charlie Steiner. He didn't have that Yankees win. He didn't have that Yankees moment. And that call basically ended the two-man play-by-play booth with the Yankees. Because then right after that, Charlie Steiner either quit or he got fed up working with this guy, and he left. And the Yankees fans have been stuck with one play-by-play guy and a rather inept Susan Wallman in the booth. So this can ruin, when you step on a big call. I mean, that's a call that, for instance, Charlie Steiner was gone on. He's gone on to, I guess, do the Dodgers games on the radio. But that was a call that could make or break your career. And you have someone stepping on it. Now, Jim Nantz has been around forever. He's a great announcer. He's a Hall of Fame announcer with golf, with the football. And, of course, he's done a lot of college basketball. But it's not going to ruin his legacy. But you don't do that. It's just not good form. Tony should not have these big moments. He shouldn't have these big games. Sorry. He shouldn't. But you have to know when to speak and when not to speak. You do not speak at during the last play of the Super Bowl, especially a Super Bowl that has become a memorable one for going overtime and having big moments during the game. It's just not, you just don't do that. Anyway, let me know what you think about this video. Of course, please subscribe to Football HUD. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.